So to go ahead and get started, I'm just going to take the bottom of my shaker tin, and I'm going to add the whiskey first. It's going to be 1.5 ounces of the peanut butter whiskey. And if you don't have shaker tins at home, something like a gym shaker bottle will work, or any kind of Tupperware that seals really well. You can use anything to shake a drink, really. So if you don't have a shaker tin, there's plenty that you can use around the house. So 1.5 ounces of whiskey, and then peanut butter whiskey, and 1/2 ounce of just a regular whiskey. In this case, I'm just using a plain TX blended whiskey. It helps cut the sweetness of the peanut butter whiskey a little bit. And then my Creme de Banane. And take blackberries. Use about 6 of them, good sized. And then you can muddle with, if you have like a muddler, you can use that, or you could also use the end of a wooden spoon. Anything flat that you can use to macerate something will work. And I'm just gonna gently crush them up to break up the fruit. And then for the lime juice, if you've got the smaller Persian limes, shortcut is 1 lime is about 1 ounce of juice, so you don't have to worry about like trying to squeeze your citrus into a tiny measuring cup. Or if you bought just like pre-juiced lime juice, 1 ounce of that will be perfect. And then I'm just gonna put about 8 ice cubes, and I'm just using like your standard American freezer ice. Throw about 8 cubes in there, and then I'm gonna shake it for about 15 seconds. I usually shake it till the tin starts getting a little bit frosty and it's cold in my hands. You can kind of see I'm starting to get like a frosty layer forming. And then for this one, I'm going to serve it in a rocks glass, and I'm going to use a big ice cube. If you don't have any kind of like big ball ice cube available, I would recommend using like crushed ice from your freezer. It'll help keep your drink cold as you sip on it. And then I'm just going to use a strainer, and I'm going to let all of those yummy chunks of blackberry kind of filter through. I love the idea of just having like crushed up fresh fruit in your drink. It makes it nice and light and summery. And then from there, I'm just going to garnish it with a lime wedge, and I'm going to put a blackberry on a pick. So there you have it. This one's like drinking a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you were somebody who used jelly instead of the fresh fruit, I would recommend cutting your lime juice back a little bit, just to cut back on the sweetness. But it's totally up to you, depending on how sweet you want your drink.